What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about what I want to see from an Uncharted movie teaser. So I guess this is dependent on if we're going to get the movie teaser tomorrow at the Game Awards. That's technically what I'm talking about. But even if we don't, even if tomorrow comes and goes, Tom Holland presents the Game Awards, and nothing happens, this I still think holds up in terms of what I want to see when eventually we do see something from Uncharted in terms of the actual movie. Really, it's not much, and I'm just talking about a teaser because in my mind, a teaser can only do so much or can only have so much in it that really there's not all that much I do want to see, but there is a few things. Really quickly, before I jump too far into this, make sure, as always, you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitter yet, PodcastNow15 is my Twitter handle. You can find a link for it in the description below, or, of course, you can just look me up on Twitter. All right, so I kind of want to just describe to you guys what I want. I'm no film director, I'm no film producer, I'm no film anything, but I feel like with my passion of Uncharted, and I think honestly that's important. So, and I know I'm just rambling on there, but when you get a teaser trailer for a movie like this, just like the main trailer, just like the movie itself, it needs to, I think, come off strong right in the beginning. It needs to look like it's going to be an Uncharted movie based off an Uncharted game, right? So the first thing, I don't know if Tom is going to try to sound literally like Nolan North. Now, obviously, he's going to lose the accent, which he does for most of the roles that he actually has, but I think I want to definitely hear Nathan Drake talk. I've talked about it before. A perfect teaser in my mind is kind of just replicating some of the trailers or even openings that we've gotten from past games. Uncharted 2 is one that really sticks out. Now, his look is very Uncharted 3-like. He's talked about Uncharted 4 a lot, Tom Holland. So maybe Uncharted 2 isn't the best example, but when they talk about like Shambhala or something and it's kind of narration about a relic or about a location, that's kind of all I really want to see. There is a lot of exposition in Uncharted. There's a lot of just explaining you have to do to set up, again, location, to set up history, to set up artifacts, to set up like a lot of different stuff requires them to basically talk. I think if you did that in a trailer, it may actually surprise people that I don't even really care to see a lot of action. Now, obviously in like a main trailer, like if you're going to show multiple characters, multiple locations, of course I want to see some some very active, activity going on. You know what I mean? I want to see explosions, I want to see gunfights, I want to see something big happening because you absolutely need that in an Uncharted movie. You can't have an Uncharted movie without having some huge set pieces. But from an opening trailer, honestly, to just have him talk, just and try to get familiar with that, even if they wanted to do something like showing the artifact or showing whatever that they're talking about, having Tom Holland talk as Nathan Drake, and at the end of the shot, end of really the teaser trailer, you show him. We already see him. We saw him in the behind the scenes pictures, of what he's going to look like. I think he looks fantastic. I mean, how much more can you really ask? I know some people really don't like Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. I get it. But in terms of what they're trying to do, and remember, this is a younger Nathan Drake, what they're trying to do, I mean, I think they're nailing it. So to see it maybe in just a picture, to see maybe some of like his mannerisms come through, even in just a quick couple seconds of a trailer, I think is fine. To be quite honest with you guys, that's all I really care for in a teaser trailer. You got to get us, at the end of the day, and I know, not everybody that's going to go see this movie is going to be an Uncharted, gamer, but I think the diehards are. And I think the biggest thing that I think they need to kind of get through to us is, like, you got to believe that, again, not only is this an Uncharted movie, okay, that they're actually going to do it justice, but that's Nathan Drake. And that part is the hardest to do. And I think a teaser trailer simply of having his voice and having it in an Uncharted way, maybe he throws in some jokes or maybe not even, or he's just because you could do that. You could have him describing something or having a conversation with another character, maybe even with Mark Wahlberg as Sully. Maybe you don't show them, but you have them talk. So now you're hearing what both of them sound like. Because, again, you got to get us. And I think that's going to be the biggest thing to me. That's going to be kind of the weirdest thing to me is the voice. I actually talked about that even with, like, Ahsoka in The Mandalorian. Visually, and I guess that's more The Mandalorian, more like Star Wars, like, you can do the best job you can do at making them look like it. Like Ahsoka, all of us have in our mind what she would maybe look like in a live action role, but because we already have her, we know what she looks like. You just have to try and duplicate it as well as, as good as you can. Obviously, it's going to be an actress there, okay, so it's going to look a little different, but you know what to expect. The biggest thing to me, even with Ahsoka, that was kind of like that's the main comparison here, is her voice. I was so worried about her voice because you have Ashley Eckstein, who is Ahsoka, and her voice is so synonymous with it. And then you have Rosario Dawson. Does she try to sound like her? Does she have her own spin on it? And ultimately, she kind of came close. It was her own voice, but it had an Ahsoka kind of feel to it. I haven't really heard any interview of her talking about it, but I don't know if she's actually said, like, yeah, I try to match her voice as much as possible. So basically, my thing is the same thing here. Nolan, and this is, I wouldn't say it's bigger, but it's more focused because it's Uncharted here. Like, we know who Nathan Drake, I mean, he's literally the star of Uncharted, okay? Nolan North is Nathan Drake. Not only did he voice him, but he acted as him. A full-on role, you know what I mean? Not to dismiss, like, just pure voice actors, maybe, like, I'm talking about, like, Ahsoka, I guess. But, this is, to me, like, he is. And we've been with him for so long and been through so much with him. He is Nathan Drake. And so to get that changed a little bit now to Tom Holland, I think voice for me is going to be the biggest thing. So that's kind of what it's very simple, very simple. Show an artifact, show a map, show something. Maybe you don't even have to show the characters. Have somebody talking, ideally Nathan Drake, and maybe at the very end of the trailer you show one of them. And now I actually, by I guess one of them, I mean show either Tom Holland, show Nathan Drake, or show like a group of them with him in there. Remember, Sully's there. I wouldn't say, like, you show Sully before you show Nate. That doesn't really make any sense. But, like, if you wanted to show Sully, too, don't forget, actually, one of the actresses is playing a younger Chloe. So that's kind of interesting. That's kind of different. We'll have to see how that plays out. I mean, these are all characters that we're going to have to meet eventually. They're going to have the voice. They're going to have to look like them. I think you ease us in. For the teaser trailer, you ease us in. So let me know, guys, in the comments below. What do you think? What would you want to see from a teaser trailer from the Uncharted movie? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you guys have the bell icon turned on so you know all these videos go up. As always, you can follow me on Twitter. PodcastNow15 is my Twitter username. And like I said, if this happens tomorrow, well, great. I planned it as a really good time, to line up with it. If it doesn't happen at the Game Awards, totally cool. If you guys are watching this in late December, January, February, whatever, I think it still holds up. I think we'll get a teaser trailer before we actually get a trailer. So whether we get it at the Game Awards or after the Game Awards, that is what I want. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you all in the next video.